oyster was arrested today for not following the orders of, and he had a group together. I'm sure you heard about that in the news today as well.
Yeah, it's been in the news. Yeah, he was local here, I think. Uh, there was a guy in the
Right,
Tampa
it was in
area.
Tampa.
Yeah, it's pretty
How
tragic.
is Tampa?
There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world right now, in the country, and this guy, I guess he's doing what he thought was right with it, and I do in a lot of ways. Prayer groups. I'm going to be honest with you, Rich. I don't know anybody sick. I simply don't. Um, I had a female friend who went to Sarasota, Florida. If you know anything about Sarasota, it's mostly a retirement community, elderly, and a lot of New Yorkers own homes there. And she went to every general hospital looking for coronavirus patients. She couldn't find a single one. And she said there was just people just sitting around doing nothing. And she literally asked, "Are there any coronavirus patients here? Is there anybody sick?" And almost all the orderlies and people around said no. She called me up the other day. I couldn't find a single. She went 3 years, find a single sick. There's a lot of strange things going on. Also, it came late that one of the news stations literally showed a girl from Italy and claimed it was from New York, full of sick people. And
Yeah, I saw about that. I saw that.
Amy,
Tracing this back to apparently the Chinese claim to have identified it on December the 31st. Quickly spread during the month of January. There, when it began to spread to other provinces and to trickle out into other parts of the world. Top of it by the end of February, and so most of March spent trying to deal with it as the spread came over here. You may recall it's been about 3 or 4 weeks ago now when the outbreak up there in Kirkland, Washington, nursing home, when that began, and then we began did scattered reports throughout the country. It exploded in California, and Chicago, Detroit, particularly New Orleans, because they had Mardi Gras, and now it's all over Louisiana.
Oh yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, anywhere where there's large gatherings of people, it seems to spread like wildfire. It's unfortunate. I'll be honest. I got sick as a dog in the middle of February, and I had a flu, and I don't usually get them. Now I don't know what kind of flu it was, but it's one of the worst ones I've had in a long time. But I simply got rid of it by sleeping day in and day out for a couple of days. Didn't get out of bed, did the next NyQuil, DayQuil thing, that sort of stuff. And I got well in like about 6 days. And I don't know if I had that virus or what. I feel healthy as a horse right now, and I simply don't know anybody else that's ill right now. I wish I could tell you I did, or don't really want anybody to be ill, but it's not happening here in Florida. If that, our biggest concern is New Yorkers coming here, and it's a frightening thing, if you ask me, that New Yorkers would be coming here in large, because there's a lot of them, that are ignoring the do not travel ban.
Oh, and you may recall there was a lot of concern the past couple of weeks over the spring break, frolicking and having a good time, totally oblivious.
Yeah, they're at the beach. Yeah,
unaware
I
of
don't know
the
how that's
potential
shaking
spread.
out. Yeah, it's exactly how it spreads.
Because of the incubation, because of the incubation period that this had. Unfortunately, there's about a 7 to 10 day period before symptoms really become prior of this and not know that they have it.
So we won't really know until probably the end of this month whether that had an impact, is what we're saying here.
Sure.
And
Following the
I believe
numbers,
that
Nation.
I believe
Dan,
what
are
you're
you
saying is
following the
true.
numbers? Yeah. 20,000
Well,
infections nationwide. And I think
3,000
we've
some
topped the
deaths,
1,000.
right?
The death number is right.
At around 3,000, 3,100 or something like that. I don't know. The seasonal flu
Well,
has
that,
already killed a lot more than that, and
yep.
nobody's making a big deal about it.
Well, I want to add that we are, if this weren't contained, it will definitely be the worst flu in mortality rate.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know nobody knows, and I think that's terrifying people. When people aren't sure, and in life, really, in reality, none of us are sure. We're not promised tomorrow. None of us are, for any reason at all. More people die of opiate overdoses every day than people are dying of coronavirus. More people are dying in car wrecks every day than the coronavirus in the United States. More people are dying of heart attacks. The list goes on. Things that people die from that are the numbers of this. But the media seems to me blow. I mean, this occurred while medieval China that they weren't better for that. The Democrats could get moved from office.
And
Sometimes you can
one of
put
the
two
things,
together.
Dan, I'm having some trouble hearing you.
Is this better?
Better. I'm noticing.
Let me try to walk around the house here a little bit.
We can get a good
house.
That would be great.
Yeah. But
Great.
it seems like there's a lot of power in the media, and that's what frightens me more than anything is the control issues that are taking place.
And coming very, very close to martial law in many places.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know. Here it's getting very quiet. But the grocery stores are filled. People are at Walmart. They're at, Winn-Dixie. It seems like life has been going on as normal. Actually, every week it gets a little bit more quiet. And I see more and more people with masks on, more and more fear. But here again, I don't hear of anybody ill. My mother lives she's 82. They're really scared because her and her husband have pre-existing conditions. And I asked, I called her today, is anybody sick in your complex, your condo? Well, not that we know of. Everybody's talking about it. One woman has a daughter who's married to a doctor in New York who caught it from treating mass patients. But he's in treatment now. He's not dead. And that's all that they've had to say about it. So, and I just left a 55 and over condo for this house, and I didn't see any sick people. So I'm a little concerned about